Hey guys, it's Luke here from the Tradie Marketing Agency.com.au. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to grow your business faster with vehicle financing. So this is a topic which is a little bit controversial because a lot of people have mixed feelings around sort of using debt to grow your business. In an ideal world, we'd never have to borrow any money to do things and life would be peachy. But we're actually talking about financial returns and stuff here. So, let's say there's a new vehicle you want to finance. Like, I'm actually just going through this process myself. We're getting a vehicle, like a new van that's, it's going to have like signage on it, shelving, all the fit out and stuff with it. Now, I should just say, so like total price for it is $70,000. Now, I could save up and purchase this with cash myself, which would be, not bad. You can do that. But it's all about like what else you could be doing with your money. And so, if I do that, well, I can't spend the money on anything else. I've just spent 70 grand and I've just got to let time pass to recuperate the costs. But if I was to do something like get that financed, my weekly repayment is around about sort of 300, maybe 350 a week for that. So I could do that and I still have the original 70 grand there. Now, what can I do with that 70 grand instead of using it to pay off the van? And that's where, if I was to say, get the van on financing and with the money that I would have spent purchasing the van, use that to put on an extra 2 or 3 blokes to run the van and start running some jobs for me. So one way is if I was to pay cash for it, I'd be saving on the $350 a week repayments. But if I was to buy a van on financing and then use that 70K to say, put on a couple of blokes or say 3 blokes in the van, what is my return doing that? Well, I know my numbers and each guy I put on brings in about 5 grand a week in revenue. So if I put on 3 blokes, now I'm making $15,000 a week in revenue. Now that's not all profit because you've still got to pay wages and probably have to do some extra marketing costs. But let's say that wages, that's probably about 5 grand. So I'm left with 10 grand. And then let's say that I've got to do an extra $2,000 on marketing. And so we're down to like about 8 grand. Then there's like 3 grand for just other random things associated with that. Maybe you've got to get more tools and stuff, some other bits and bobs that you just didn't foresee. All that factored in, you're still making 5 grand a week, profit from doing that. So you can see how one way, let's say, look, you're saving on a $350 expense. The other way is after everything, you're making like 5K, which then also pays for the van itself. Plus you have all the money left over, which will also enable you to pay off the van even faster than, than the other way around. So I guess when it comes to things like financing and stuff, it's all about, is there a productive business use for it? Like I wouldn't go and get let's say 180 grand Dodge Ram Ute for me to drive, even though that would be very cool. It wouldn't actually bring in any extra money for myself. That's just like a frivolous, luxurious expense that doesn't actually make me any money. So when you're thinking about, financing a vehicle, it's like, how can you set things up so that what you're spending on actually makes you money back? Risky to the very smart thing to do. And it's all about sort of knowing your numbers and knowing what you can sort of produce. So that's my little tip today. So don't be scared of vehicle financing. It can make you a lot of money doing it that way if you can use that money that you would have spent on the purchase, in other ways to produce more income back to you. If you would like any assistance with your digital marketing, feel free to contact us at the Tradie Marketing Agency.com.au.